Hi you guys, it's Kiki. Today's video was meant to be a clean with me video while I do my Fly Lady Home Blessing Hour, and I'll tell you, I have really had to talk myself into doing it because my home is much messier than usual. I just decided to embrace it, you know, and with the hope, of course, that you guys out there watching will feel reassured that you don't have to be perfect. Nobody is. So with that said, I am gonna do a clean with me video. For those of you who don't know about Fly Lady, who don't know about the Home Blessing Hour, I will do a video in the future about that. And once it's done, I'll link it below. But until that time, basically just think this is my weekly cleaning routine, and it's on a Monday morning, and I essentially think of it as a reset. So, you know, whatever has gone on with the apartment during the week, during the weekend, it's like, okay, come Monday morning, it all gets put back together. So if you need some motivation, sometimes I go on YouTube looking for motivation to get me to want to work out, to get me to want to clean. So use this as your motivation and clean with me, you know? Turn this on in the background, have it going, and you clean with me because you know you want to. You know you want to relax in a clean home this evening. You'll be so happy that you did it. So my words of encouragement are just start. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just pick the smallest thing and do it first, and then you'll build that momentum. Okay, so this is my Erin Condren Life Planner, and I print out all my Home Blessing Hour tasks. So let's get started in the kitchen, and I'll show you everything I do there on a weekly basis. Things that I always carry with me: my phone so that I can listen to an inspirational, uplifting podcast or just music to jam out to, my cup of coffee because that's what's gonna keep me going, and then of course I have my list with me so that I can be on top of everything and not forget anything. So let's get started. And if you are using this as a clean with me, then get in your kitchen. Let's get started. I do wear an apron to do the dishes because the whole front of me would get wet if I didn't. And my mom made this for me. How cute is it? It's like little chili peppers. I totally love it. One of the best things about getting the dishes done, other than the feeling of accomplishment and how it looks all beautiful and clean, is my dish soap. Mrs. Meyer's Basil is my favorite thing ever, and it is what is keeping me from making my own dish soap because I love it that much. Once all the dishes are done and put away, I don't have a dishwasher, so that's why I do everything by hand. I then clean out the sink, and I use Barkeeper's Friend, which I store in this little Parmesan shaker, which I've labeled just in case I ever have another one, and so I need to tell them apart, for example. I don't know, I guess I got carried away with my label maker. But I do clean out the sink with it so that it's nice and beautiful and white, wipe down the countertops. And just like that, one task is done. Okay, one thing to note is I always do my dusting before I do my vacuuming, so that way all the dust falls on the floor and then I vacuum it up. So there's my tip. So on a monthly basis, I pull everything that I can out of my kitchen and I mop it. But on a weekly basis, I just vacuum, take the floor mats out and vacuum underneath, and then I wet Swiffer. And so week to week, this keeps my kitchen floor pretty clean. Once I've wet Swiffered the kitchen floor, I then use the same Swiffer, but I just spray the mats with Shock It Clean and then wipe them down. And then I do the same thing in the bathroom with the bathroom floor as well. And I just add the extra cleaner because one wet Swiffer is, you know, getting stretched the whole way. With the exception of bedding and towels, I hang dry all my clothes for energy efficiency,
Here's my huggable hangers, which I hang my clothes on. Keeps everything hanging looking really uniform. The other reason that I hang dry everything is it limits wear and tear on clothes and prolongs their life. I have this sock trick for keeping my socks together. I'll take the first one, put my hand in it, use it to grab the other sock in the pair by the toe, and then pull the first one over top of it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it keeps my socks together. I learned it from my friend Kristen in college, and I have been doing it ever since. It is so funny watching myself in fast forward like this. And it's also pretty awesome. Look at me go. If only vacuuming were always this fast. Actually, I like vacuuming, and I think vacuuming is a good workout too. Um, I try to vacuum things from two angles, so like up and down and then side to side as well. So, moving on to the bathroom, I have this shower curtain that has storage pockets in it where I keep my little cleaning towels. And I use the outgoing, like the week old towel to like finish up cleaning the sink and wiping down the tile. And then I replace it and put the new towel down. And of course, my Mrs. Meyer's basil scented soap.
Okay, so the things that I have to do remaining in my bathroom are clean the tub, toilet, floor, and dust the blinds. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but this week the bathroom floor is like my big major project. Today I like have everything, I'm gonna move all like my drawers and shelving out of here and like really try to get down. I've got like a million different kinds of grout brushes and things. So first I'm going to use just some toilet bowl cleaner. This is the Clorox Greenworks. I'm not loyal to any brand. Eventually I do want to start making my own. I put this in the toilet first so that I can just let it sit while I'm doing other things. And then I go back to it. So if you're cleaning with me, then get in your bathroom and let's go.
You guys, I use vinegar and water on everything, and it seems to work great. And here I accidentally knocked down my in-shower radio. It's like a Bluetooth thing that can play whatever's on my phone. And it is awesome, keeps me dancing in the shower. This little silicone guy is called a hair snare, and it works great for keeping my hair out of the drain. I'm using Barkeeper's Friend, just like I used in the kitchen, to scrub down my tub. And I have a really old, I live in an old building, and so I have like this drain catcher that is not super effective. You can see the holes are pretty big. That's why I put the hair snare over top of it. For scrubbing the toilet, I love these flushable brush heads because they're biodegradable and you just flush them down the toilet. For wiping everything down, you want to wipe everything from what needs to be cleanest to dirtiest. And then, of course, I'm washing my gloves with soap. And here is my rubber broom, which I'm going to use on the floor. Really good at picking up dust. All my different scrub brushes. This is like my cleaning caddy, so this always comes out when it's time to clean the bathroom. Alcohol there for sanitization. And I'm just going to vacuum up every piece of dust and hair that I can so that I'm not just, wiping dust around as I'm cleaning the floor.
I've cleaned myself into a circle.
I have to say, deciding to do this on camera has probably resulted in a cleaner bathroom floor because, I don't know, it's like I'm aware that people will see it, and so I'm doing a really, really good job.
We are gonna feel so good when this is done. I have made such a mess in here cleaning up. How ironic is that? Here's my plan. I'm going to step out of the bathroom onto a towel so that my feet and all this don't get on the carpet. I'm gonna fill up my steam cleaner, and the way I'm gonna go about finishing up here is I'm gonna take some rags and I'm just gonna steam clean everything and wipe up behind it and call it a day for the bathroom floor project, let's hope. I'll be right back. Okay, so I brought my steam cleaner in here, and while it's heating up, I'm just gonna take, and I brought some rags, and I'm just gonna get all of this stuff, I'm just gonna put it in the tub for now because I'm gonna need to wash all these brushes obviously and everything, but I am not gonna take you guys through that because that's obviously not part of my weekly cleaning. Okay, so I'm just gonna get everything out of here. Now, I do like to, as I'm steaming, actually use a brush if I need to. So I may do that, but my steam cleaner also comes with a brush attachment. This little guy. And this guy is good because, well, one, steam is coming out of the middle of it while you're cleaning, and then also these plastic bristles are like really hard bristles, so they will do a good job scrubbing. But I'm gonna keep these handy just in case I feel a need to super scrub something. And I was feeling overwhelmed a few minutes ago, and now I'm feeling good. I have a plan, things are gonna get done, and I am just gonna spray off and clean the walls because now that I'm down here, I'm just noticing nothing big, but it's just where, water has splashed and left little watermarks and just random stuff that I want to clean while I'm waiting. By now the steamer is ready to go, so we're gonna see how this floor cleans up. The proportions of this project were much greater than I originally anticipated, but I'm going to take the last step of putting the squeegee attachment on my steamer and trying to just squeegee all of the mess up off the floor. Then I'm just gonna put everything back in the bathroom and finish up. Oh, don't you just feel giddy when things work out? One thing that's on my wish list for the future is like a larger capacity steamer with an actual like floor attachment with a squeegee or something, because it works so well, but it's just a little cumbersome to be doing it on hands and knees like this. Last thing I'm gonna do in here is just swipe a rubber broom across the floor after it dries. I'm gonna give it a minute to dry. Okay guys, we're almost there. My battery died, but all that you missed was just me finishing sweeping the bathroom floor with the rubber broom and then getting all the stuff that I had used cleaning out of the sink and bathtub, and just I had to re-clean the mirror because the steamer like sprayed stuff everywhere. So that's a good lesson that I learned, is if you're doing things like this, steam your bathroom floor first, because it kind of messes up other things, and then you won't have to re-clean your sink and mirror like I did. So now it's just time to put the bathroom back together. Then we're gonna move on to the bedroom, which I'm gonna do uber quickly. I'll let you know that this is the longest home blessing hour that I've ever done, because this turned into such a project in here. I don't regret it because I'm super happy with how the floor looks, but I just didn't want you guys to think that I have like 10 hours of cleaning to do every Monday, because I don't, and I would never do that. Okay, so let's put the bathroom back together. Okay, basically there are a dozen deep clean projects that I want to do in the bathroom eventually, so it pains me to show it to you without giving you a million disclaimers like, oh, but I'm gonna fix that, I'm gonna fix that, don't worry, I'm gonna fix that. But I'm gonna restrain myself, other than I guess what I just said, and this is basically as clean as my bathroom gets these days, and in the future I will do more deep cleaning projects and it will be even cleaner than it is today. So let's see. We are going to do a super quick bedroom pickup, and then we're just gonna put the living room back together. Like, I moved everything out of the way to vacuum, and then that is it. Okay, I wonder if any of you out there who do things like this, like I've seen other, you know, weekly cleaning routine videos, and I wonder if any of you feel weird showing your bedroom to whoever is watching on YouTube. I have, like, you'll see when I change the angle that on the floor I have all these piles of clothes, and that is the leftovers from like giant loads and loads of laundry that I did the other night. So those clean clothes just need to be put away. I'm not gonna do all of that on camera, but I'm just gonna give you a sense of like, just in general, what the quick things that I do every week are in my bedroom.
So in my research on keeping dust mites away, I found that eucalyptus is supposed to be helpful. So I mixed this up and I actually spray my bed down with it every single morning after I get up, unless I forget. And then my tip for making the bed is putting your flat sheet like upside down. This is a tip I learned from my friend Mary Catherine, and it's so when you fold the top down, the top folded down over the duvet is then right side out.
Okay, we're almost done. We're back in the living room. I do have those clothes racks still out because those things are still damp, but I'm just gonna put them over here to the side. Gonna put the bean bags back, take out the trash, and empty the vacuum cleaner and the dustbuster, which is something that I do every Monday. Woo! We did it! High five! Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!